So usually on days like today, if I was living back home, Palmerston North, New Zealand, I would make at least one trip out to the cemetery, visit my dad's grave, and basically just stare at the damn thing. Thinking, reminiscing, and then usually I'd make my way over to my nana's grave because it's just on the other side, and then I'd be reminiscing some more. And usually when I'm done with that, I'll go see what my uncle's up to. The uncle that I actually never got to meet. I think he passed away like a year before I was born. And I'd just be walking down all the lanes looking at all the new graves, and it's like, man, I spent over half my life out here. And it's been about 4 years since I've actually visited Dad's grave because that was the last time I was in New Zealand. But today is his 10-year anniversary since he passed away. Well, it's actually tomorrow, but I'm recording ahead of time because I ain't doing jack shit tomorrow. But I kind of just wanted to make a video on this and let out what I need to air out, because otherwise I'll just keep it to myself. I mean, 10 years. Now this is cliche to say, but it really does feel like it was just yesterday, because I remember everything prior to the night my dad passed away. And every time I think about it, it pisses me off, because I feel like I could have prevented some of it. Even though people have told me, Shay, it wasn't your fault, there's nothing you could have done. But that still doesn't change how I feel about it. And you know, people say, let it go, you just gotta move on. First of all, I ain't got to do shit. Second of all, I don't think the amount of time passed is going to ever change that. It's always going to be there. And I'm not going to go into detail about it. I don't know if I should be putting that type of information out there, even though I was debating on it one time. Like, there's a story time video, where I was just thinking of some of the crazy things that I've been through, and maybe I should share some of them. Because maybe if I share some of these stories, you guys might actually understand me as a person, and saying that these experiences don't define a person, but they sure as hell affected me growing up. It's funny because when people watch the videos, they don't see the other side, because they obviously ain't showing them anything. But it's like they think they know you as a person. Like they can write any piece of pathetic shit comment and think it's okay. But if you were to say it to my face, you would be shit scared. I'm a pretty nice guy. My old man will think I'm bloody awesome. But you know, you just push the wrong button, man, it just changed like that. Chuck a bear in there or two. Oh man, you got yourself decked a must, boy. Fucking just savage, G. Savage. See, now I'm just talking shit, but there's a lot of truth to that. Actually, there was this comment I read this morning. It was on the Regine Velasquez performance with the rest of the girls, and someone wrote, emotional, question mark. This is so fake. And I'm just like, bruh. Blocked your ass straight away, because I ain't got time for people with that poor of judgment. I'm like, no, mate, you need to go. And I actually tried looking at it from their perspective, because that's usually what I do. And I read some bullshit ass comment on the channel, and I try and see what they say. I mean, I think the performance was emotional overall. I don't even think it matters who watches that. It's gonna make you feel some type of way, but they couldn't make the connection with my emotion and everything that I've been through, even though I kind of explained it in the video so you could get where that was actually coming from, regardless or not, to whether it looked fake or not. It's like they expect you to be boiling your eyes out. But the whole thing with Jonah losing her dad, just knowing that I was able to empathize with her, and having saw her sing that particular song, it took me back to when I lost my dad. And when you see me get emotional in certain reaction videos, whenever I hear particular songs, that's usually what sets me off. I honestly believe it's the only thing that could ever make me cry on this channel, because that's the type of pain that never goes away. Never goes away, doesn't matter how long it's been. It's been 10 years and it hasn't faded one bit. I've just learned to live with it. It's like I can go weeks, months sometimes without really thinking of dad, and as soon as something triggers it, mate, I'm back to day one. It's like I remember when they were putting the lid on the coffin. Literally the second they'd locked it into place, it was like a tap running from my eyes. I've never cried so much in my entire life. I remember because I was looking down at the carpet. For those of you guys who don't know, when Maldi's passed away, the person who has died usually spends 3 days in their home or marae, wherever they're from. So my dad had an open coffin in the living room, where the whole room was just covered in mattresses, dad in the center, and you basically sleep there. That probably wasn't the best explanation, but I did spend all 3 nights in the lounge, living room, in which I remember I had to clear that entire room out, and being that our house was just full of shit, random shit, it almost bloody killed me. Anyway, I'm going way off topic. This is just going to be such a big ramble. But as I was looking down at the carpet, I just couldn't believe how much I was actually crying, to the point where later on through the day, I couldn't even cry anymore. was like a drought. Never felt that sad in my entire life. Even when it came to burying Dad, I don't even think I shed a tear once. I was just that exhausted, that dry. It's like I was done with life. I was like, bro, where's the beers? Where's the beers? Let me drink myself to another grave. Honestly, that's how I was thinking. See, I don't even really know what I'm saying now. I'm just kind of letting stuff out. You know, I feel like I should be talking about my dad, saying some nice positive things. But honestly, as the years go on, the one thing I struggle with is actually holding on to those memories. It's kind of like when I'm watching a video, when I'm hearing a song, being that my dad used to DJ, which is why I have a lot of triggers when it comes to music. A lot of those songs actually give me back some of those memories. So every chance I get to actually talk about it, I make sure I talk about it. Make sure I tell someone, because that way I'm at least keeping his memory alive through remembering those moments. And saying that he's got 2 sons to keep his memory alive, I'll be doing that until the day I die. But I do sometimes wonder what he would think of me right now. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, he'd be proud of you, Shay. He'd be so proud. You don't know that. Don't know. And the older I get, the more I am aware of, you know, people aren't always going to be there. Which is why when I catch myself being an asshole, I kind of just bring it back down a bit, or I just take a step back. Because you just never know. You just never know. Anyway, I'm not even entirely sure what I've said in this. I've kind of just turned the camera on and started talking. But I really hope someone back home visits Dad's grave tomorrow and puts at least one flower on his grave for me. Us, his family. Because I honestly hate not being able to do that. And now that I'm actually thinking about that, like a week before I moved to Perth, I actually lost a really good friend. I actually found my friend asleep on the bed, just like I found my dad asleep on the couch. It was exactly the same thing. And I'm just like, this cannot be happening again. Why is this happening? Actually, yes, I have spoken about this on the channel, but it's in a reaction video, so I don't know how many of you guys have even seen that. But when I got back into town after losing my friend, the first thing I did, I don't even think I showered, the first thing I did was go out and visit Dad. And I was just staring at the sky. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on in my life right now? Sounds kind of selfish. What the fuck just happened? I think I was out there for hours too. I didn't even tell anyone I was out there. And I actually really missed doing that. Honestly, it was like a second home. Because I'd been going out there since... How old was I when Nana passed away? I think I was like 9. And then my little cousin passed away. She was only like 2. And there was another reason to go out there. It's like, bro, this is fucked, Jay. This is so fucked. Anyway, I'm really just blabbering now. I just wanted to make this video and just mark this moment in time so I can look back and, you know, what I was thinking in that moment, how far I've come. So when I really think about 10 years, a lot has changed in 10 years. I feel like I've matured a hell of a lot since then, as one should. One shouldn't be always living that drunken lifestyle, that loser lifestyle. Even though I have a few drunken vlogs on the channel, but that's usually a monthly thing. So actually it's more like every 2 months. Considering I used to go out 3 times a week, sometimes even 4, all the way down to just once a month, once every 2 months of that. I never thought the day would come. Oh, my old man would be so proud. Now I do feel a lot better after just talking, even if it is to my bloody self. You know, it's better than thinking to yourself, stuck in a room all day by yourself because you don't want to do anything else. Even though tomorrow I see myself doing exactly that, because I don't want to be reminded that my dad is no longer here. Because when I start thinking like that, I start thinking about everything he's missed out on and everything he will continue to miss out on as long as both of his sons are still alive. I mean, just the thought of having a grandchild, how much my dad would have loved that. See, now that I'm thinking like that, I'm gonna make myself cry. I'm gonna end this video here. Should I insert a clip of Dad? There is actually a clip of my dad from his very last birthday. His 47th birthday. 47, that's so bloody young. I'm just thinking how many years I have left until I reach 47. Because for some reason I associate my dad's death with how old I'm gonna live for. I used to do that with Tupac as well. But what I will end this on is let me guys know if you want me to share some stories. And not necessarily to do with Dad, just, man, I've done so much crazy shit, so much stupid shit. I feel like they would actually make for really great story times. So let me know if you want to hear those. I'd have to be very careful about certain details just in case certain people watch these videos. Not that I care if I piss people off, because they're my stories, they're my experiences. Should be able to say whatever the hell I want. And I will say whatever the hell I want, because I'm sure that's what my dad would have wanted. See you in the next video.